In this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 different recipes that you can make using grilled chicken. I personally love grilled chicken. It makes such an easy meal, especially if you make extra and put it in the freezer. It's a great way to make a quick meal on a busy weeknight. For this salad, I first started by separating my chicken breasts into 3 parts. And I got a proper meat tenderizer so I could pound them out to an even thickness. Then you're going to season these well, salt them well. I added some garlic powder to mine, as well as some Italian seasoning. You will then place the chicken in a bag in order to marinate it. Add a little olive oil and some fresh squeezed lemon juice, a couple cloves of minced garlic, and then seal that up and mix it well. You're going to want to let this marinate for at least an hour or more. If you have a barbecue, you can warm it up and throw these on for a couple minutes on each side until the liquids run clear and there's no longer any pink. When they're done, pull them off and set them aside. To make the dressing, I zested half of a lemon and then I squeezed the juice from that half of lemon. I then added just a little bit of cooking wine and some more minced garlic, as well as some olive oil, a pinch of salt and a little pepper, and then mix that all well and set aside. Here's what the chicken looked like when it was done. And then I took mixed baby greens and I just topped it with some carrots and a little bit of onion, tomato, and an avocado. But you can use whatever you like. I like my salad to have a little crunch, and so I added some pumpkin seeds as well. Then you're going to want to slice up your chicken. Now you could mix this all together in one bowl, but I decided to serve them up separately. I topped with some dressing and a little bit more salt and pepper. I finished the salad off with some croutons. This salad had so much flavor and it was so delicious and such a healthy meal. This next recipe was kind of a Greek chicken salad. I took my chicken breasts and cut them thin, and then I salt and peppered them. I allowed the salt to soak in for at least 30 minutes after I evenly coated the chicken in salt and pepper. I then put these out on the grill to cook. Like I mentioned before, cook for a couple minutes on each side until there's no longer any pink. Then you'll pull them out and set them aside. Once they cooled slightly, I went ahead and chopped all these chicken breasts up. The extra chicken I will freeze and use later. I made a tzatziki sauce to go with this, first by shredding a cucumber. Then I added fresh dill and garlic, as well as some salt and pepper and a cup of Greek yogurt. And I did 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I mixed that well, and then I added a cup of chopped red onions. Then you'll mix together the tzatziki sauce and the chicken. Be sure to coat it well so you have all the delicious flavor on each piece of chicken. I like to cook up a bunch at a time so I can freeze some and throw it in additional meals if I'm wanting to cook in a hurry. This chicken goes really well on a warm piece of pita bread. You can also top it with lettuce or olives or whatever you choose. This was so delicious. For the Bang Bang chicken bowls, I cut 4 chicken breasts into chunks. Now, if you wanted to keep them whole, you could do that as well. But I felt like more flavor would get incorporated into the chunks. So I salt and peppered and added oil to them and let them sit and absorb all that good salty flavor. Now this might be a little tricky, but I went ahead and put all of my pieces onto the grill and grilled them individually. Like I said before, you can certainly grill your chicken breasts whole or slice them up like I did in the other recipes. For the sauce, you're just going to add a cup of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sriracha, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. You'll want to mix that well and set it aside. Here is my finished chicken, and I'm going to add my chicken to a bigger bowl and add some of the sauce onto the chicken. Be sure to coat all those chicken pieces well. For the toppings, I used a coleslaw mix, some green onions, and some tomatoes. You'll take your rice and then add your chicken on top, and then top with your vegetables. And then you're going to want to top with a little extra bit of the sauce. This had amazing flavor as well and was super easy to make. For these grilled chicken sandwiches, I made a marinade with oil, soy sauce, and lemon juice, a little bit of a salt and pepper garlic blend, some fresh garlic, and a poultry seasoning blend. Mix that well, and then add your chicken to a bag and pour the marinade in it. Be sure to let this marinate for at least an hour. These were also cut thin so that they would cook quicker and more evenly, and grilled them as I had before. These turned out so beautiful and so flavorful. I didn't want to use them all for sandwiches, so I set some of them aside and then I toasted my buns for the ones I was going to use for sandwiches. I decided to melt provolone cheese on top of the chicken tenders, but you could certainly use whatever cheese you like. I then placed a couple chicken tenders on each bun. I topped my sandwich with some mayonnaise, tomatoes, and lettuce, but you can certainly top it with whatever you like. This is such a simple yet hearty and delicious dinner. Who said sandwiches are just for lunch? They make a great dinner too. This next recipe has such amazing flavor. It's Greek inspired and it is one of my favorite recipes. So you're going to salt the chicken tenders well, and then you're going to add olive oil, lemon juice, and a lot of garlic. I then added fresh rosemary and some minced flat leaf Italian parsley. Then I added some Dijon mustard and a little red wine vinegar. Mix that well and let it marinate for at least a couple hours. Trust me, it's well worth the wait. Or even better, put it in the freezer and then just pull it out for another night. So even if you don't have a barbecue, you could also just pan fry or pan grill your chicken. These tenders do not take long to cook up, so they're a great choice for an easy meal. Once those are cooked well, pull them out and set them aside. I'm again making a homemade tzatziki with some Greek yogurt, some shredded cucumber, and some garlic and parsley. Mix that well, and then you're going to add a little bit of vinegar. You're going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil as well. And of course, we can't forget the salt. I made up a little Greek salad and warmed up some pita to go along with this chicken. And there you have it, 5 absolutely delicious, amazing meals you can make with grilled chicken.